Magical star beings, this is Psychic Santara and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and what he finds desirable about you. So please be aware this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have Tiger's Eye. And we have the Morning Star. For pile number 2, we have Green Opal. And we have the Queen of Saintly Women. And for pile number 3, we have Flourite. And we have the Goddess of Devotion. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. When you're looking at all the piles, have the person on your mind and see which one you are most drawn to. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you are drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal and Queen Esther with the Morning Star, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what he finds desirable about you. So this card we're using is from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. We're also going to be using Dreams of Gaia Tarot. So it says here, my ego is in service of my soul and I trust my soul's divine timing. What I feel from your pile straight away is your person definitely sees you as a star that shines bright. And what I was seeing in my mind's eye was you're a very bright star, and it's like this person only sees the star, if that makes sense. So I'm seeing this person is very loyal to you and they only have eyes for you. And it's kind of like other stars can shine bright in the sky, but you're always going to be the star that this person wants to look at. So you definitely shine bright in some way, but there is a sense of groundedness within you since you chose the Tiger's Eye crystal, where you know that you shine bright regardless of other people shining bright next to you. You celebrate other people shining bright next to you, and you are very grounded within your confidence in self, but it comes through in a very humble way, where you're not too worried about what other people are doing or what other people are thinking about you. You're just kind of doing your own thing. And that's something very attractive to the person on your mind. I'm clairvoyantly seeing a phone call, so they could like to communicate with you. They could find the communication you have together quite desirable. Something about that makes them desire you more, because I feel here they like the conversations they have with you. They feel like something about the conversations brightens up their day. Does this person ever stutter in front of you or get nervous in front of you, but in a good way? The conversations brighten their day. It lifts them up in some way. Even when they're having a bad day, it's like they can always talk to you, even if it's not over the phone. But I just saw a phone to symbolize communication. You know, let's say you two live together, for very few of you. Let's say you live with your person and they come home and you greet them with a bright smile, and the way you greet them makes them feel loved. Or for others of you, let's say, you know, they're having a bad day and you send them a meme on Instagram or a reel or TikTok, and then it just makes them laugh and brightens their day. That's so desirable to them. That's something they really like about you. I'm hearing that song that's like, my solar plexus shining brighter than your necklace. I just want to see who it's by. I haven't listened to that song in a few years, but now I'm hearing it, and the solar plexus is all about self-worth. So you're very grounded within your self-worth and you know your worth. And that's also something very desirable to this person because you have this innate confidence within yourself, but it's not in a way that is egotistical. It's in a way that is very healthy. Like your ego is very healthy, if that makes sense. You could wear jewelry that this person really likes too. Or, like I said, you just shine bright like a star, my pal ones. Okay, so the singer is Ocean, and the song's name Solar Plexus. And the Solar Plexus is all about our self-worth. Like I said, some of you have been healing that in a way. And even if you're not fully there yet, this person sees that growth within you. Thinks you're just very bright. Like you brighten up their day. Thinks you're very warm as well. There's something very warm about you. I feel like there's also something very hypnotic about your eyes. Like this person feels they can stare into your eyes for a really long time. So let me go ahead and add some more cards from the Oracle deck and then the Tarot. So spirit guides of my pile number ones. You're a queen, a king, or this person wants to treat you like a queen or a king. Spirit guides on my pile number ones. What he finds desirable about them. So we have the Mystic of Divine Love. I can't pronounce this name, sorry. It says, love is divine and I am nothing except love. Beautiful. And I just felt like the eyes, there's something about your perception of the world that is full of love, full of beauty. I feel like you see the best in people, you see the light in people until they show you something else, until they show you that, you know, like you can't trust them, then I feel like you'll cut them out of your life. But I feel like you see the light in people, you see the best in people, and you see the love in everything around you. We have what? I also can't pronounce this name, so it says Mistress of the Labyrinth, with my soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. So it's raining outside, and as I pulled this card, lightning, thunder is coming out. Very interesting. At the back of the deck, we have the Goddess of Compassion with Konyin. So now let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, spirit guides on my pile number ones. What does he find desirable about my pile number ones? We have the Seven of Earth. I just want to cover up the blood because I cannot. I get very skirmish. We have the Child. This is not in a weird way, but you could be very youthful. You could be someone that still embodies your inner child with whatever you do. And there's something about you also maybe looking younger than your age, or just having this youthful energy that makes this person feel young at heart, young forever. We have Wisdom. We have the Five of Earth. No, the Four of Earth. Let me just cover this one as well. Okay, so I'm just going to cover it with a shell. What he finds desirable about my pile number ones. We have the Scent Shell. What he finds desirable about pile one. We have the Two of Air. And we have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Fire. At the back of the deck, we have the Three of Water, the Three of Cups. So before we continue with the rest of your reading, I'd just like to thank and give a quick word to today's sponsorship, Keen. Many of you have asked me recently for personal readings, but unfortunately I'm not available for any right now. So I have brought you the next best thing, Keen. Keen connects you with gifted psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers like myself, and these readers are available 24 hours a day. So you can always get a reading whenever it suits you. All you have to do is create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. These readers each have unique specialties designed to provide a deeper understanding of your situation. You can choose whichever reader best suits your needs, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. Getting confirmation or a second opinion from someone who can give you a straightforward answer is always best. And as a tarot reader, I can tell you that it is very hard reading tarot for myself, as many of it doesn't make sense or is unclear sometimes, so even I resort to Keen. So let me tell you a little bit about some of my recent experience on Keen. I asked about my love life with my person, and she explained to me how devoted he is and that our connection is only getting stronger and better, helping us to build a strong foundation that will only deepen moving into the holidays. She also mentioned us making future plans no later than February lol, but we've already started, so I'm very excited to see what unfolds then. She also told me that he is very loyal towards the ones he loves and that he doesn't even know what he did to get so lucky to be with me. She mentioned that I changed his world and that he feels like a little kid around me, so cute. Lastly, she mentioned that she can see me getting married with him in the future and us having a home together where everyone will always gather together. The love reading I got was very beautiful and sweet, and every detail mentioned was so accurate and on point. I'm so grateful for the reading I got from Keen through their amazing and gifted psychic tarot readers. That's why it's still best to get a personal psychic reading, because it is directed only to your energies. Now here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 10 minutes for only $1.99, which is up to $99 in savings. Go to trykeen.com/psychic siren tarot or click the link in my description to save big on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this beautiful opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic siren tarot or click the link in the description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So, getting back to your reading. So, what this person finds desirable about you, there's definitely something about your eyes coming through very strongly. Like, this person can stare into your eyes for days and never get tired of it. There's something about your eyes that are so hypnotic that this person can get lost in your eyes. They just love your eyes. Like, that's the emphasis I see here. When they look into your eyes, it's just like, whoa, am I in dreamland? It feels like that. And I definitely feel like this person wants to treat you like a queen or a king, depending on who's watching this. With the Sensual, this person is very loyal to you because this is actually an extra card in this tarot deck. So this tarot deck works very differently. It doesn't have the same names as the Rider-Waite Tarot, but it has some extra cards with different meanings. And this is all about loyalty. Even with the dog here, it represents loyalty. So I feel like this person sees you as loyal, but is also very loyal to you, which is something incredibly desirable to him. And he sees it as a key to growing with you, to growing a connection with you. I think this person, he sees you as someone he can really build a connection with. He sees you as someone he can really grow with, even through challenging moments with the Nine of Wands. It's like you two really connect on a level that feels like it brightens up their whole day. Even with the child here, that card reminds me of the sun card. And you know how the sun is just bright and it's happy and it has that very youthful energy. That's you, my pile number ones. It's like you brighten up this person's whole world. Even here in Wisdom, we see this light. And this person feels as if whenever they're in dark moments, whenever they just don't know what to do, whenever they're in challenging moments, or whenever they feel like life is closing in on them, you're that light that guides them through the darkness. You're that light that brightens up their day, even in challenging moments. And this person feels like you're always going to be loyal and trustworthy to them. And they feel like you're someone they can really commit to, is what I'm getting here. And I think a lot of your personality traits are super desirable to this person. And every time I speak in your reading, it's like lightning, thunder goes. So there's something very powerful about your energy. You know, lightning, thunder reminds me of like a powerful energy. This person sees you as very powerful in your own way. I mean, we have Queen Esther here, and when I read about her story in the guidebook, she became a queen because she followed her own intuition and followed what her soul was telling her. And she was that type of queen that would want to help others and want to be very kind to others and help others. And I think this is like a lot of what this person loves about you, a lot of the reasons why they fell in love with you. I know that's not what the reading is about, but that's something incredibly desirable to this person because you have that regal energy, but then at the same time, you care for everyone else around you that you want to bring them up to. It's not like you're just that bright star in the sky. It's like you want to bring everyone up in the sky to experience what it is to be there. Does that make sense? I feel like you're a wise old soul to this person. They love that about you. They really do. You're very wise. You're very intelligent. I feel like you give the best advice. You really know what to say to this person. Like I said, to get them out of difficult and dark moments and challenging moments. And even if you're not giving them wisdom, you really know what to do or what to say to make them laugh. Like, I'm feeling if this person is ever stressed out, you know, you just say something and it makes them laugh or it makes them smile. And like I said, you're like that sun or that sunflower that just brightens up this person and everyone else's day. The way you love is divine, and the way you see the world is so divine. You see the world through the eyes of color, through the eyes of love. And I feel like you are someone that is really blooming into the most beautiful version of yourself. It's not even the best version of self, it's the most beautiful version of self. This person is seeing how you are evolving, how even when we don't have the answers to what we need to do next or what choices we should make in life to ease our struggles, to ease our pain, it's like your soul always knows the way, you know, and you have a heart full of compassion. And even though it's raining so much outside, I'm still hearing beautiful birds chirp. And here we see a hummingbird. You have an energy like a hummingbird. And, you know, I read a story about the hummingbird. I'm not sure if it's actually true, but I just read a story on Google where it said that the hummingbird once had no color. It was once no color at all. But it flew towards the sun one day and the sun gave it color, and it's a symbol of hope because of that. You are a symbol of hope to this person. Like, you bring this person hope, you bring this person inspiration, you lift them up, and all of that is desirable to this person. And I feel like there's something about your conversations coming through very strongly, and your conversations and the way you speak that lifts them up. They like your voice, they like the way you speak, they like the words you use. It's very warm and loving and compassionate and loyal. I feel like you're very transparent and honest and open with this person. You're someone they feel they can really trust. You're someone that is also very balanced and harmonic. You have a lot of duality where you're a very compassionate, loving person, but then you also don't accept disrespect. And you have duality within you where you understand You understand the balance of this 3D physical world we live in. And it's like you bring harmony to everywhere you go. You also make really good choices within your life, even in situations where it would be understandable if you chose the other side. What do I mean by this? Because we see dark and light here. Um, let's say a friend started, just being rude to you for no reason and just started like saying things to you that were not okay. Just not okay at all. And in that situation, maybe it would be seen as it's understandable if you would lash out or you would get angry. But in those situations, even I feel like you handle yourself in the best way. Even in those situations where people would expect for more of that anger to show, for more of that, it's not a dark energy, it's more of that protective side of us. But you do let it come through, but in a way where it's not destructive to others. It comes through in a way where you have strong boundaries and you're able to speak your truth. And even if you're not fully there yet, I feel you know your worth enough that you cut out people from your life that don't respect you, that don't treat you right. And that's something this person really likes about you, the fact that you know your worth. I also feel like you're very responsible with the decisions you make. You're a very responsible person. It's like in your daily life, I see you being very balanced. For example, let's say you have a certain amount of money each month. I see you being very grounded and balanced within that. And, maybe you save up each month and maybe you budget or you make good decisions with your money. Or maybe it's regarding your career and like certain decisions you make in your career and you make good decisions. Or maybe you actually have children, maybe your mother or father, and you make good decisions when it comes to your children or your family. Maybe you're a really family orientated person. I don't know what it is, but there's something here about good decision making. It could be different for all of you. Keep that in mind. But also a balance here. So like I'm seeing, for example, maybe you eat healthy during the week, but then you also spoil yourself sometimes, maybe on weekends where you spoil yourself and eat something nice. um or let's say you have that type of balance of work and play. You have a lot of balance here is what I feel. I think a lot of the things this person finds desirable about you are long-term aspects of what they want in terms of love, because it's like with all this earth energy here and in this card, we have 4 earth cards. So that's all about building a connection, growing a connection. And I think this person sees the more important things rather than just the 3D physical things. So yes, you are very attractive. Yes, you are very beautiful or handsome to this person. And this person does see those things and they do find it desirable. But I think when it comes to this person we're asking about, he sees more so the important things. And he finds these important things more desirable than just the physical. So, yes, he finds your physical appearance desirable, but I think he knows what is more important. And it's like he looks for love in a long-term aspect. He looks for love in a sense of wanting something to grow rather than just looking for someone pretty or handsome. He looks for those foundational aspects in a connection. And I really feel like you meet all of that, of what they want, if that makes sense. You're someone they feel they can hold on to. And I feel like you're also very helpful. You're very caring. You have a very caring heart. And even in situations where people have hurt you, you may be extremely compassionate. I feel like in terms of this person sees you as a very caring person where you care for the earth, where you care for animals, if you have any pets, Maybe the way you treat your pets shows, or if you have any children, the way you treat your children shows, or if you have any younger siblings, something about that. Like, you're a good role model. You're someone this person looks up to. You're someone inspiring, uplifting, kind, caring. Your energy kind of reminds me of the main character from Tangled. When she goes into the community and she's dancing with all the children and she's painting on the floors and she's just bringing this bright energy to everyone, but she's also really caring and kind. And later on, she finds out she's the princess, but she still creates that community everywhere. And I feel like that's how this person sees you. That's what's really desirable to them. You're also really intelligent and really smart, really wise. I feel like you give the best advice, and the things you've gone through in your life haven't exactly been easy, but how you've grown and worked through that shows a lot of maturity, shows a lot of emotional intelligence, but also logical intelligence, if that makes sense. And you just have a divine way of loving. When you follow what your soul's true calling is, when you follow what your soul's intuition tells you what to do, you're always going to take the right steps, even if it seems that step is going to crash and crumble and lead to something negative to others. It's like you always follow your intuition, and that leads you to the right steps, to the right place in your life, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of seeing it like steps like this, and they're stones, and you're jumping on each one, and it looks like it's going to crumble and fall, but you actually make it through because you're following your intuition. If we had to look at 3D aspects, like I mentioned, your eyes, your voice, the way you uplift this person, there's something about your lips too that are so cute and kissable. Your hair too. If you have curls or straight hair, something about that. Some of you have curls, some of you have straight hair. The way you dress too, and there's a look on your face you have sometimes that is so cute to this person. It's like your cuteness is desirable to them, but they also find you very elegant and very beautiful or handsome in a way that shows regalness, but also your personality traits show regalness, but in very caring and a very caring way where it shows leadership qualities. And I feel like the last thing I'm seeing here is you've grown, you've ascended, you've gone up the staircase to where you want to be, and you're continuing to take steps there. And I think this person does see a long-term aspect, even with this wisdom card, like with this person that is older. I think this person can see themselves getting old with you, can see a long-term aspect to this connection, and they do feel very protective over the connection. So this is what I see for you, my pile number ones. This is what he finds desirable about you. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this green opal crystal and the Queen of Saintly Women, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what he finds desirable about you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take resonates, leave the rest. So it says here in this card, I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. We're going to be using the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, as well as the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. So straight away, I'm hearing that song, Beautiful, 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 Beautiful Angel. I think it's Buzzy, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's a song called Beautiful by Buzzy. In the song, he says something like, Beautiful angel, love your imperfections every angle. Tomorrow comes and goes before you know, so I just had to let you know. And then he says, the way that Gucci looks on you, amazing, but nothing can compare to when... I'm not going to say that, but I'm sure some of you know that song. And then he says, saying you the one for me, I need to face it. Started when we were younger, swear to God that I loved her. Yeah, it's a very beautiful song. And he talks about the way the dress falls on her and love is a miracle. He says something like, maybe come closer. There are some some more explicit messages in that song if you want to listen to it. I'm going to keep this more PG, but what I feel from this person sees you as very angelic. There's something about you that maybe looks quite modest, but then you also have a sexiness to you at the same time. And this person loves you for you. They think that you're very beautiful as you are. Even if you see imperfections in the mirror, this person loves everything about that, sees you as perfect within that. There's also a lot about them being very attracted to you in that way and feeling like love is a miracle with you, something beautiful that they're creating. Though for your person, I feel something in my throat chakra where it feels kind of like I'm a little bit shy to tell you how this person feels. So maybe they feel a little bit shy to tell you all these things that they find desirable about you. To maybe even open up about certain emotions, because I definitely feel they do feel those things really deeply towards you, but there's a shyness here in how they express that. But a good kind of shyness, like, you know, when you have a crush on someone or when you're dating someone, and even if it's not a new connection, even if it's not a crush, it still feels like I'm still crushing on you, and I still feel a little bit nervous, but in a good way. um, I feel like this person sees you as very magnetic, very attractive, very warm too, with all this fire energy here, but also powerful at the same time. Some of you have beautiful brown eyes, because I'm really being drawn into her eyes. And this person really likes your facial features too, your nose, your mouth, the way your face is shaped. Everything about your face is beautiful in your body and everything about you in general. I'm seeing you make certain facial expressions to this person, or just the way you look at them. It kind of feels like they're falling in love with you more and more each time you look at them, and then I see you like kind of blinking your eyes a little bit or just smiling or something, and then them falling in love with that, if that makes sense. You know, when you see your person and you just love them so much that everything they do is cute or everything they do is beautiful, it feels like that. So let's go ahead and add your cards, and then yeah, let's see what comes up for you. So spirit guides on my pile number 2s. For some reason I started feeling thirsty now, but I never felt thirsty before. So maybe this person is a little bit like thirsty over you, and like I heard I need you like water. So this person feels he needs you. Spirit guides of pile 2. May I please look into what he finds desirable about pile 2? And he finds you quite angelic too. I need to cover this card. I just dropped this crystal by mistake. It's almost like Spirit didn't want me to cover it, but I have to because of YouTube. So it says the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Very beautiful. So yeah, they definitely see you as very angelic, modest, but also sensual. We have the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Yeah, you have so much light. At the back of the deck, we have the poetess. So spirit guides of my pile number 2s. What he finds desirable about them. It's 13:13 on the clock. So we have the Ace of Water, which is the Ace of Cups. We have the Self. What he finds desirable about pile 2, we have union. I love that. I also need to cover this one. So union. So interesting that a lot of your cards have, well, 2 of them have nudity on them. We have the 2 of fire, which is the 2 of wands. So what's different about this deck is it has different tarot cards rather than just the usual Rider-Waite. We have the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. We have the Counselor. And lastly, we have Emotion and Intellect. So before we continue with the rest of your reading, I'd just like to thank and give a quick word to today's sponsorship, Key. Many of you have asked me recently for personal readings, but unfortunately I'm not available for any right now, so I've brought you the next best thing, Keen. Keen connects you with gifted psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers like myself. These readers are available 24 hours a day, so you can always get a reading whenever it suits you. All you have to do is create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. These readers each have unique specialties designed to provide a deeper understanding of your situation. You can choose whichever reader best suits your needs, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. Getting confirmation or a second opinion from someone who can give you a straightforward answer is always best. And as a tarot reader, I can tell you that it is very hard reading tarot for myself, as many of it doesn't make sense or is unclear sometimes, so even I resort to Keen. So let me tell you a little bit about some of my recent experience on Keen. I asked about my love life with my person. She explained to me how devoted he is and that our connection is only getting stronger and better, helping us to build a strong foundation that will only deepen moving into the holidays. She also mentioned us making future plans no later than February, lol, but we've already started, so I'm very excited to see what unfolds then. She also told me that he is very loyal towards the ones he loves and that he doesn't even know what he did to get so lucky to be with me. She mentioned that I changed his world and that he feels like a little kid around me. So cute. Lastly, she mentioned that she can see me getting married with him in the future and us having a home together where everyone will always gather together. The love reading I got was very beautiful and sweet, and every detail mentioned was so accurate and on point. I'm so grateful for the reading I got from Keen through their amazing and gifted psychic tarot readers. That's why it's still best to get a personal psychic reading because it is directed only to your energies. Now here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 10 minutes for only $1.99, which is up to $99 in savings. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description to save big on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this beautiful opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So, getting back to your reading. So what he finds desirable about you, my pal twos. I almost feel there's something about you that takes this person's breath away. Something very breathtakingly beautiful about you, or handsome or attractive. But it's not just the physical that is breathtaking. I also feel like it's the love that is breathtaking. Because this person sees a lot of themselves in you. It's almost like they see a lot of your qualities and traits mirrored back to them. And what I feel from your person here, I mean, we have the Union card and the 2 of fire with the 2 flames. So, I know a lot of people don't believe in twin flames, but I'm seeing for some of you this could possibly be a twin flame connection or union. For others of you, this definitely to this person, maybe they don't say the word twin flame, but maybe they would call you their soulmate or their other half, or they would call you someone that feels very close to them in some way. Like, it kind of feels like you're to this person. I'm in this person's energy and it feels like we're the same person in different bodies. I see a lot of myself in you, like in this person's energy. Does that make sense? As I'm looking at you through their eyes, it feels like they see a lot of you in themselves and vice versa. They definitely feel like the union of you two is so beautiful and so magical that it fills their heart with so much divine love. And what their gut instinct is telling them is that you are the one in some way. And I'm not just saying this to say it, but I really see it here. When I do love readings, I think for me, I only say it if I see it. So for you, I definitely see this person sees your connection as some kind of deep soul connection. And that's what their intuition is telling them. I feel like they feel the love with you too. The love you share overflows within their heart. And they feel like you are a bright, eternal flame. You have a lot of light within you, a lot of warmth within you. And it's like that sets their soul on fire in the best possible way, sets their heart aflame. They feel very inspired by you too, and by the way you are as a person, who you have transformed into, who you have grown into as a person. They see you as very wise, my pile number twos. They see you as very wise. They see you as very enlightened. And you've grown, you've transformed in some way. You're very intuitive. I feel you're very connected to your own intuition and your own soul, your own spirituality and element to that. And I feel even without this person, you have found wholeness within yourself. That's something that is so attractive to this person. You've done a lot of self-work and self-growth on yourself. And I feel this person is almost seeing you as you've transformed into the butterfly. You've come out of your cocoon. You've come out of your shell. And you're starting to bloom as a person like a flower. This person sees you to have a lot of emotional intelligence, but also you're very intelligent in your mind too. And in terms of wisdom, spiritual wisdom, you definitely have that. Your intuition is always guiding you, and you have an amazing, beautiful balance between your logical mind, your intuition, and your wisdom, as well as your emotional intelligence. So when you speak, I think a lot of your wisdom comes from your own internal journey and you going within, finding yourself, learning to love yourself deeper, being in service to yourself, but also others in a very beautiful way, where I feel you kind of pouring in love into yourself, into your own heart, and then overflowing onto this person and others. And I feel this person sees you as the journey you've gone through in your own self-growth as very beautiful and very inspiring too, because I see you kind of starting out where you're on your healing journey, and although there's this feeling of searching for that light, searching for answers, I feel you always found that within, never outside of you. And I definitely feel there's something about the more you find yourself, the more connected you are to others around you. The more you understand yourself, the more you understand others around you. And I feel you're going on a journey of internal healing. Something provided a catalyst to your awakening into your own transformation. You have a lot of power within you that is very divine, but also a lot of gentleness and grace. Definitely. And I feel like you're so intuitive, but you also have healing hands. This person feels a lot of healing energy whenever they connect to you, and they feel very uplifted by your presence. There's a lot of passion here they feel towards you, your person. He feels a lot of passion towards you, and he feels like you're such a beautiful soul to come into union with, to share love with, to share conversations with. I think he definitely finds a lot of your conversations to create this desirability as well, because he feels like when you two talk, you two just get each other. It feels like you two just understand each other's way of thinking, and it feels like you two just understand each other's emotional aspects. It feels like you two are one in different bodies, like other halves. And that is so desirable to this person on another level. He feels a lot of romantic feelings towards you, definitely. And he feels like he wants to give you his heart because he trusts you. He's also seen you pick him up in places where he was low and be there for him and his emotions, even though I feel like how I felt that shyness in the beginning of the reading, I don't think this person is really open with everything that goes on in their life and their emotions, because I feel like this person's maybe someone that has learned to deal with a lot of that on their own. And maybe so have you, but I feel like there's this feeling of becoming more comfortable with you and becoming more comfortable with emotional vulnerability and sharing what he feels deep inside his heart. It's like he wants to continue to share his heart with you. I said something about some of you have beautiful brown eyes, some of you have beautiful green or blue eyes. There's definitely your eyes that are really beautiful. If you ever wear eye makeup, that's coming through too, and your eyebrows and your lips too. But like I mentioned, everything about your face, everything about your body, there's a lot of sensuality here. And even if you dress quite modestly, as we see in this card, it's like this person's mouth waters for you in that way. There's this feeling of them wanting to touch your hair or wanting to touch your arms or like be close to you. They definitely feel very close to you, like they want to share that not only emotional intimacy with you, but I've seen this energy of wanting to be physically close to you. He could also see you as very creative. Some of you are in touch with creativity, and some of you feel, well, a lot of you feel like home to this person. I'm also feeling here, some of you could have gone through a stage in your self-love journey and your journey through finding wholeness within, where a lot of you, I'm feeling, are learning to heal from perfectionistic ways, or that's this person's energy. And it's like they see you as perfect and whole as you are. He sees you as very magnetic, very beautiful, very much like devoted to love. He sees you as very kind, and the way that you speak comes through as very poetic. He falls in love with a lot of the words you say. I think he finds it very irresistible how kind you are, how devoted you are to those you love, but also how you're learning to love yourself on a deeper level, every inch of your body, every inch of your mind, your soul. And as you go in this journey of internal self, you become more whole, and you share that wholeness with this person. And the more enlightened you become, the more they transform too, the more they get inspired by you. And I feel he really was in search of this divine love, but he's found it through you. And this union makes him so happy, makes his soul so happy. So this is your reading, my pile number twos. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this fluorite crystal and the goddess of devotion, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and what he finds desirable about you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to be using the Divine Feminine Oracle as well as the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. So in your reading, I definitely feel a sense of this person finding your smile very irresistible is the word I'm hearing, but also very gorgeous or handsome. There's something very beautiful about your smile. I think your smile makes this person's heart flutter in some way, I'm hearing. There's a curvaceousness to this pile for some of you. Like, I don't know if some of you have hourglass bodies or more of a curvy type of body, but that's something coming through. Your smile and the way you smile, like sometimes just with your mouth and with your teeth, and how your eyes like go when you smile. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I see here. It just takes this person's breath away. I'm even stuttering and slipping over my words. Like, this person definitely feels that towards you. And me stuttering over my words just shows how there's this feeling of wanting to express that, but maybe feeling a little bit shy or nervous. That definitely came through in pile 2 as well, if some of you were drawn to that pile. I think this person sees you as a dreamer. There's a lot of Neptune energy coming through that I feel here. And Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, if I'm not mistaken, but you don't have to be a Pisces, but Neptune is the planet of dreams. So you could be a dreamer. You could have a really dreamy look to you, a really dreamy smile, really dreamy eyes. Okay. And this person thinks you're a dreamer, where you always dream big and bring those dreams into this reality and focus on how you can take steps towards that as well. And really commit to whatever dream you have, really commit to yourself first. And then with this person, I feel what really shocks them is the fact that you also have big dreams for love, big dreams for what you want with this person. And I feel this person has dealt with heartbreak before, where I feel an abandonment wound and this feeling of please don't leave, but maybe they don't say that, but it feels like that in their energy. And the fact that you really commit to this person and show that you're never going to leave, you're going to commit to this love, you're going to be there for a really long time. I'm hearing forever, but take it as resonates. That's something that really shocks this person because it feels like to them, I think they saw a lot of people in their life maybe say that, but not really stay true to their word. And there's something about you, like when you really devote yourself to someone you love, you commit to them to the end. You're really loyal. And even when times get tough, I'm not saying to stay in relationships that are toxic, but I mean, sometimes relationships has challenges. It has its ups and downs, ebbs and flows. You're able to move with that and flow with that and really evolve as you both learn how to love deeper. I'm healing. I said healing by mistake. So maybe you're healing with this person, but I wanted to say I'm hearing the song Deeper by Nalu. It has some explicit messages, but I really suggest you listen to that song. This is how this person feels about you. Of course, maybe this is your perspective because the woman singing it is from the woman's perspective. But yeah, like there's something very deep about your love too. And it evolves as you two both evolve, and it grows and you both heal together. So let's take a look at your cards and see what shows up for you. So Spirit Guides in my pile number 3s, what do you find desirable about them? We have the Princess of Mercy with giving and giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. And we have the Poetess with I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life fiercely. I'm also noticing for you, there's an extra card that wants to come out. So we have the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there is light and I am light. I need to cover up this card. I didn't realize there's nudity on it. So now let's take a look at tarot. So Spirit Guides on my pile number 3s. What do you find desirable about my pile 3s? What do you find desirable about pile 3? We have the crone. We have the sage. Interesting. The crone and the sage. So these tarot cards are a little bit different because they don't have the usual Rider-Waite tarot meanings. We have the death and rebirth card. What do you find desirable about pile 3? We have the 7 of fire. We have the 10 of water. Beautiful. We have the 10 of earth. No, the 9. This is the 10 of earth, sorry. And we have destiny. Ooh, love that. Love that, love that. At the back of the deck, we have love. So before we continue with the rest of your reading, I'd just like to thank and give a quick word to today's sponsorship, Keen. Many of you have asked me recently for personal readings, but unfortunately I'm not available for any right now, so I've brought you the next best thing, Keen. Keen connects you with gifted psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers like myself. These readers are available 24 hours a day, so you can always get a reading whenever it suits you. All you have to do is create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. These readers each have unique specialties designed to provide a deeper understanding of your situation. You can choose whichever reader best suits your needs, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. Getting confirmation or a second opinion from someone who can give you a straightforward answer is always best. And as a tarot reader, I can tell you that it is hard reading tarot for myself, as many of it doesn't make sense or is unclear sometimes, so even I resort to Keen. So let me tell you a little bit about some of my recent experience on Keen. I asked about my love life with my person. She explained to me how devoted he is and that our connection is only getting stronger and better, helping us to build a strong foundation that will only deepen moving into the holidays. She also mentioned us making future plans no later than February low, but we've already started, so I'm very excited to see what unfolds then. She told me that he is very loyal towards the ones he loves and that he doesn't even know what he did to get so lucky to be with me. She mentioned that I changed his world and that he feels like a little kid around me. So cute. Lastly, she mentioned that she can see me getting married with him in the future and us having a home together where everyone will always gather together. The love reading I got was very beautiful and sweet, and every detail mentioned was so accurate on point. I'm so grateful for the reading I got from Keen through their amazing and gifted psychic tarot readers. That's why it's still best to get a personal psychic reading because it is directed only to your energies. Now here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 10 minutes for only $1.99, which is up to $99 in savings. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box to save big on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this beautiful opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in the description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So, getting back to your reading. So, what he finds desirable about you, my pile number 3s. I'm hearing the song by James Blunt that's like, "You're Beautiful." It's a very beautiful song, but also very cute. So this person definitely finds you very beautiful. They also feel a little bit like you're out of their league. Like just being in your presence is a gift. That's what I'm definitely feeling a lot here. I'm seeing honey clairvoyantly in my mind's eye. So this person finds you to be sweet like honey. And they're always craving you. I feel like with the crone here on the stage, I'm really getting the energy here that this person feels like he can grow old with you. Because I mean, we see the crone and the sage. It doesn't necessarily have to be man and woman, but we see two people here growing old. So there is this feeling of growing old together, growing together as people, wanting to stay committed to this love for a really long time and not leave each other. You know, we have the destiny card. This person sees you as a big part of their fate and destiny. They feel like they were definitely meant to meet you. He feels like your love together is so powerful and strong, and it's only going to transform and become even more beautiful. And the reason he desires you, yes, there are beautiful traits and qualities in you. You are very, very beautiful, my pile 3s, but I feel it's your connection that is so desirable to this person too. It feels like destiny, it feels like fate, it feels like something that was meant to happen. And this person's intuition leads them towards you each time. He feels like he can really have a long-term, happy, stable connection with you. And he feels like if you two just focus on and devote your time and energy and love to each other, the connection can only transform into something even more beautiful. I'm even noticing a baby in the death and rebirth card, so there is potential here of this person wanting to have that type of commitment with you where you grow old together, where you have a family together if that's something you want, or pets since we have 2 cats here. Or this person sees you as like their home, sees you as family, you know, this type of energy where they want to spend their life with you. And they feel it's fated. He feels like he was meant to meet you. He feels like he met you for a reason. There's just something about you, my pile 3s. There's just something about you. I feel like what is so desirable about you is, if we have to look at, you know, your physical appearances, I feel like he thinks you look like a doll for my woman. There's something very flawless about you in his eyes. Even if you see flaws when you look in the mirror, he thinks you're flawless. Okay, I'm also seeing this type of energy of your beauty being very harmonic, your voice very, very very much like a melody. Yeah, there's something about your voice that is so attractive to this person. If you ever wear lipstick, that is also so attractive to this person, and your eyebrows. And earlier I mentioned your smile. There's also something cute about your nose. And this person definitely is in love with your body. Not just your body, in love with your heart too. Now I'm hearing that song, I'm in love with the shape of you. by Ed Sheeran, but I think this person's also in love with your heart, in love with giving to you. And if we had to look at other human aspects of like attraction, they definitely also feel your fashion style is so on point and desirable. They feel like you're very unique, your person. It feels like you're someone that expresses yourself, and you're not afraid to be yourself in the world, to be yourself around him. We see you having a very foxy look to you, a foxy attractiveness. And he feels like you take off the mask. You aren't afraid to show your true self in the world. And you have a lot of light. You have a lot of this divine feminine energy. I feel you really devote yourself to the ones that you love. Just like I said earlier, but like you really devote yourself to those you love. And you really love to give. You really love to give, and I see you being someone that is very forgiving and very merciful when it comes to those that have hurt you or wronged you in the past. I'm seeing you transform and heal from certain connections in your life where they weren't being exactly honest or having the best intentions towards you, and I see you even having compassion towards people like that, even forgiving people like that. And that's a trait this person sees as so beautiful in you. This person sees your heart as so beautiful, but it's like you're also devoted to yourself. You're not going to let people come into your life and continue to treat you that way, because I feel you're so intuitive. You're always going to trust your gut feelings. This card kind of reminds me of the High Priestess. And I feel like you definitely are devoted, but you also stand up for yourself. So you have that beautiful balance of independence within yourself, of healthy boundaries, but then also at the same time, this beautiful divine feminine energy of love, devotion. I feel like you're almost being shown to me as the Empress. There's something also about the way that you speak that sounds very poetic. The words you use that sound very loving. I think this person, he finds your conversations so lovely. He thinks that the love you have together is just going to grow and grow and grow and become stronger. And there's this feeling of him wanting to focus on you and give to you just as much as you give to him, because the way you give is something so attractive and desirable to him. So it's like he wants to focus and give to you back, so that you're always pouring into each other, because he feels like you just bring a lot of light into his life. There's also something about your loyalty here where he wants to return that loyalty to you. And there's a feeling here of, even as you grow old, he's still going to see you as beautiful. Even as our physical beauty fades, what is really true and really beautiful is your heart, and that will never fade. This person, he sees your love transforming and growing and becoming even more. I mean, you have the Ten of Pentacles as well as the Ten of Cups. Those are two cards about love, and when used in a love reading, it's like this type of energy of a long-term relationship that lasts a really long time. There's a feeling here of him choosing you, and a feeling of you almost bringing this feeling of paradise to the love. I see him being very attracted to your mystical side too, your magical side too, the way that you trust and follow your intuition, and the way that you let it guide you. I see him also being very attracted to the way that you are learning to love yourself deeper, not abandon yourself in times where you're really gonna show yourself love. There's something about your energy that reminds your person of this feeling of a breath of fresh air of spring. When the flowers start blooming, that's how your energy reminds this person of. And I mean, you're someone that blooms even after going through hard times and harsh times in your life. This kind of looks like a lotus flower here. And the lotus flower is all about rebirth. You've rebirthed yourself through really tough times in your life, but you haven't let that get you down. And that just shows how powerful you are. This person sees you to be like the phoenix rising. You have so much strength within you, and you're always going to rise above anything that tries to get you down. There's this feeling of, I don't need to control anything in this love. Everything flows as it's supposed to. And you have a lot of light that just surrounds this person in their life. It feels kind of like this person can take it slow with you and take steps of love towards you and really choose you and commit to you and trust that the love takes its own form and grows in its own way, blooms in its own way. Your person sees you as so gentle but strong at the same time. And I know I'm repeating some things I say, but I keep seeing an emphasis on this message. I feel like your person, he thinks he's finding enlightenment with you. And he really does see a lot of potential for the future with you. So I actually feel like pulling a few more cards for you before we end off, because I feel like we're kind of getting repeats of the same message. I feel like your love runs very deep, but there's also this type of energy of playfulness here, of like this sweet and cuddly feeling, like sweet cuddles, sweet touch, sweet love. It's deep, but then at the same time, we can go surface level and we can become more lighthearted, if that makes sense. We have the Ace of Cups, which is the ace. This is the Ace of Water. We have the Seven of Air. And we have the Six of Air. We have the card Thought. And we have Faith. At the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Water. It's like this person sees you as their beautiful pearl, their most valuable treasure. There's this feeling and this connection of you feeling like home to them. Look at the crab here, Cancer energy. So you don't have to be a Cancer, but when I see Cancer energy in a love reading, it reminds me of the home. It reminds me of family, being family orientated, being someone that provides care and love, you know, someone really connected to your own inner compass and own inner emotions, and you can swim to the depths of that. You're not afraid of your own emotions, and that it shows a lot of bravery and courage, but in a very gentle and serene way. The thought of this connection alone brings them joy, brings them light. The thought of this connection alone transforms it more and more and more, because the more this person thinks of this connection and you, the more they just feel sure that things are going to change, and in the best possible way, where things grow. And there's a feeling here with Faith and Seven of Air of like trusting you completely, because I feel here this person has had certain people in his past, and maybe you have too, but there's this feeling of having people around us that don't necessarily treat us or value us with love, and feeling that intuitively in the past. But in this connection, it's like I have faith that this connection is stronger than any of that. And it's like this person feels in their gut instincts and their intuition that none of that would ever be here, because we see the wolf here and the wolf here. Wolves are symbols of loyalty. They're symbols of an animal that takes care of those around them. You know, this animal takes care of its little pups, and it also trusts its instincts. So there's this feeling of this person intuitively knowing that you could never hurt them, that you couldn't even hurt a fly. This person has a lot of faith in your connection and your love, that it will only grow brighter and stronger. And I think this person really desires that change with you, where it changes in the most beautiful way. Not that your connection needs to change, but this feeling of the connection growing and growing and growing and becoming more. And I also feel like this person has seen you on your healing journey, has seen you transform, has seen you adapt to certain changes and learn the wisdom from that. And as you do that, they're also learning wisdom from you. So this is what I have for you, Pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!